Hey Cougars, welcome to the first episode of CSU News TV for the spring 2014 semester. My name is Sharifa Jackson.
And I'm Courtney Napier.
Here's Steve with the sports.
With your CSU Sports, I'm Stephen Williams. It was a busy week around campus in Columbus State University as the calendar switched to February, and that means the start of the spring sports season for 2014. Before we get to the spring sports, though, let's kick off the week with men's and women's basketball as they were back on their home court on Saturday as they took on Georgia College in the battle for the Pickle Barrel, the Peach Belt Conference rivals, coming down from Milledgeville, Georgia for a Saturday afternoon doubleheader. In a battle of two of the top teams in the Western Division in the Peach Belt Conference, the opening game of the doubleheader belonged to the Lady Cougars as they held a 16-point lead, 43-27 at half, ballooned that lead out to as much as 33 in the second half, and cruised on their way to a 79-55 victory, their fourth straight win overall. It was the senior leadership that carried the load on Saturday for the Lady Cougars. Tay Smith led the way with 22 points, Aisha Alexander and Shatil Bradford getting 18 apiece. The senior trio combining for 58 of CSU's 79 points on their way to a 13-4 record and 8-3 overall in the Peach Belt Conference. The Cougar men followed that one up as well with a dominating performance of their own. They held Georgia College to just 17 points in the first half, and that included a 7-minute scoreless stretch where they saw their lead go from 5 out to 20 and held a 34-17 lead when they went to the locker room, and they led by double digits the entire way in the second half on their way to a victory 77-61 to get to 11-7 and 5-6 inside the conference. It was the freshman RJ Sessions that led the way, 26 points for the freshman from right in here in Columbus, and he had 23 of those in the second half, including some big buckets when CSU needed them down the stretch. D'Angelo Kirkland also finished in double digits. He had 15 points for the Cougars. The spring sports season kicked off on Saturday. The softball team, the Lady Cougars, ranked 25th in the country in the preseason poll for the upcoming season, started things off competing in the Peach Belt Conference Sunshine State Conference Challenge down at South Commons Park here in downtown Columbus. The Lady Cougars opened up a perfect Saturday afternoon. 2 victories on Saturday as they defeated Lynn 5-2 in the opener and then had a thrilling 2-1 victory over St. Leo in extra innings on Saturday in the second game of that doubleheader. They saw the Lions of St. Leo again on Sunday morning and again in thrilling fashion picked up an 8-7 victory, including a walk-off home run in extra innings. And then in the final game on Sunday, they took their first loss of the season. A good Rollins team from down in Winter Park, Florida, came up and gave the Lady Cougars its first loss of the season with a 6-4 victory in that one. It was the senior Suzanne Carney that led the way offensively for CSU this week. She had 5 hits in 13 tries. 3 of those went for home runs, and she was the one that hit the 2-run walk-off home run to defeat St. Leo Sunday morning. Junior Taylor Turner also helped not only at the plate but in the circle. She had 2 home runs and picked up 2 victories, winning both of the games that the Lady Cougars won in extra innings against St. Leo. So the Lady Cougars 3-1 overall and off to a very fast start here in 2014. On the baseball diamond, Greg Appleton's Cougars went to Livingston, Alabama, where they took on the University of West Alabama in an opening weekend series to kick off their 2014 season. The first game of the year went the Cougars' way as they picked up a 4-3 victory in a very tight contest that saw them escape several jams late in that ball game. Brian Headley getting the victory in that one for CSU, and it was the only victory they would get over the weekend, though. They lost a 1-run contest 2-1 in the second game of a doubleheader on Saturday, and then in Sunday's only game, a rain-shortened game, it was a 4-2 loss for CSU to drop them to 1-2 to start the season as they kicked off with 4 straight road games to start the season, 1 more coming up this week. Brendan Collins, Dustin Averett, and Blake Edwards, the 3 leading the way offensively for CSU as all of them hit 400 or better through the opening 3 games. Finally, tennis started off this week as well. On Saturday, the men's and women's tennis teams who have great expectations for this year showed why. They took on Stillman College at the Blackman Tennis Center here on campus and barely lost a single game in the entire match. They swept 9-0 in both of those, the men and the women getting to 1-0 with very dominant performance on Saturday, leading the way for what's set to come in a very, very busy week here in the spring sports season of the upcoming week. We kick off the schedule this week with basketball. Basketball at home twice this week. Thursday night, you'll get a chance to see your Cougars and Lady Cougars in the Lumpkin Center at 5:30 and 7:30 as they take on Georgia Southwestern State University. It should be two very tightly contested ball games and a very good men's team that's coming in here from Americus, Georgia, in a game in which CSU very badly needs to pick up. And then on Saturday, North Georgia comes in here. The first time the two teams will see North Georgia after the first meeting scheduled for this past Wednesday in Dahlonega was canceled because of all the snow and the ice. They'll see North Georgia Saturday in their home building on the Lumpkin Center, 1:30 and 3:30. Baseball will kick off another road game on Wednesday before their season opener on their home field coming up this weekend. On Wednesday, they'll take on Tuskegee University down at Patterson Field in Montgomery, Alabama. That game will kick off at 3 o'clock. And then on the weekend, Lynn University is in town as they come up here Saturday and Sunday for the home openers of the 2014 season. Saturday doubleheader starts at 1 and 4, Sunday at noon. They're down there at Ragsdale Field and Cougar Stadium, so plenty of baseball action for you to check out this weekend. And finally, it's a full schedule of softball this weekend. The 2014 Cougar Classic will be in town Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, they'll play at Cougar Field here on campus. 1 o'clock, King will be in town to take on the Lady Cougars. 4:30, they'll take on Belmont Abbey. And then at 6:30, Pfeiffer University is here to see the Lady Cougars in what is the third and final game of a triple header on Friday afternoon on campus. Saturday and Sunday, the games shift downtown to South Commons once again for the second straight weekend. Saturday, the Lady Cougars will take on Belmont Abbey in the opener at noon. They'll have some time off, and then at 5, they'll take on Wingate University in the nightcap of the second game they have that day. And then on Sunday, they close out the Cougar Classic with 2 games. Tusculum in town for a 12:30 start, and then Lincoln Memorial in town for a 2:30 first pitch from South Commons. So the Lady Cougars will play 7 games. There'll be a bunch of other teams in town. Plenty of softball to be seen on Saturday and Sunday downtown at South Commons. And finally, the men's and women's tennis teams back in action at the Blackman Center on campus. Fort Valley State in town on Saturday, 2 o'clock start for both the men and the women, and then the men only on Sunday as they'll take on Georgia Southwestern starting at 1 o'clock. So no reason not to see some CSU sports for this upcoming week. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, home action going on here in Columbus. We hope to see all of you out there. Until next week, with your CSU Sports, I'm Stephen Williams.
Now we have Shaquille with the weather.
Hi Cougars, I'm Shaquille Brown, and here's your weather for the week. On Monday, February the 10th, you should expect a high of 58, the low of 39, partly cloudy with a 10% chance of rain. On Tuesday, February the 11th, there will be a high of 50 with a low of 38, with expected few showers and 30% chance of rain. On Wednesday, February the 12th, there will be a high of 48 and a low of 35 with showers with a 40% chance of rain. On Thursday, February the 13th, there will be a high of 59 with a low of 37. It will be cloudy with a 10% chance of rain. On February the 14th, Friday, Love Day, there will be a high of 61 with a low of 35, partly cloudy with a 10% chance of rain. On Saturday, February the 15th, there will be a high of 59, a low of 40, partly cloudy, with a 10% chance of rain. And on Sunday, February the 16th, there will be a high of 55 with a low of 33, few showers with a 30% chance of rain. Thank you for watching this week, and also thank you to those who make the fried chicken line very, very long on Thursdays, so I can never get any. Back to you guys.
Coming up next, we'll have Carly Henson with some homecoming festivities for this semester. viewers. Welcome to the first episode of CSU News TV for the spring 2014 semester. My name is Sharifa Jackson.
And I'm Courtney Napier, and we're here with Carly Henson, who's a part of the Homecoming Committee.
Hey guys, and like she said, my name is Carly Henson. I am with the 2014 Homecoming Committee, and I'm just here to talk a little bit about the exciting events that we have for 2014 Homecoming Week and what we're going to be doing and all the exciting things that are new that we've kind of brought back from the past, and just really experiencing the new things that we're going to be doing. So just trying to run through for the week and give y'all a brief description. So Homecoming is just a really fun event for different organizations to go and obviously be a part and participate in Homecoming. And it's really something for, it's kind of a competition, but kind of not really. But it's really just showing the support that organizations and the students have for CSU. So a couple of things that we're going to be doing, we're going to be kicking off the week with our Paint the Town Red and Blue event. And this is going to be where organizations are partnering up with some of our merchants downtown, and all that we're going to be doing is basically putting in their organizations are going to be painting their windows, merchants' windows downtown, which is going to be really cool. I don't think anything has ever been done like that. So it's a really awesome event this year, and that's going to be on Sunday. So that's going to be lasting the whole entire week of painting it red and blue and our logo and maybe a cougar and their organizations on there. It's going to be really awesome. And then on Monday, we're going to move into our kickoff week, the homecoming kickoff. It's going to be, I think starts about 11 to 1, and that will be the first day also of our penny drop. So penny drop is where basically you put in pennies and dollar bills and checks, and those are all positive points. And then when you put in nickels and dimes and quarter silver change, it is negative points. So it's really the competitive side of people coming out and also raising money, which is a really exciting thing. And then on Tuesday, that moves in to Kick It with Y2 at CSU, which is the sophomore year experience. And then also penny drop, like I said, is going to be during the entire week. And we're also going to have an all-star night. So this is a really exciting thing for all CSU students to get involved in. This is something that we're going to be having free throw competitions and shoot-offs and different minute-to-win-it games. And I think we're going to have a DJ there. And so we're going to be giving out door prizes. And it's going to be really fun and inviting. And this is going to be held in the rec center. And then also, we are going to be painting paws. And last year we did this. This was a really cool thing that we brought to CSU, but they were yay big. So this year, we're going to be having them about 7 feet, and which is really cool. They're going to be completely designed for organizations to maybe put their year that they were founded either on campus or nationally, and the organization. So it's a really cool thing for CSU to have spread out around the campus. Wednesday, we are going into Find the Cougar, and this is an exciting thing that people, when they go to this event, they're crazy about it. This is when the competition side of you comes out. This is when somebody they basically race around the campus with different clues or different things that you have to find, and then ultimately you have to find the cougar. So this is an exciting thing, like I said, for competition-wise of organizations. And even if you're not part of an organization, let me throw this in there, that you can still come to these events and maybe represent an organization even if you're not in it. But it's a good way to see what organizations are really on campus and involved in campus activities. And so it's a really cool way. And then that night around 7, we're going to have an event called The Skin I'm In, and this is kind of explains itself, the being comfortable with who you are, and so that, like I said, is going to be at 7 p.m. and Center for International Education. It's going to be a really cool event. I'm excited for that one. On Thursday, this goes into the Taste of CSU, and this is something that we're expanding. So ultimately it's an organizational fair. And they are going to be, each organization is going to make a taste of what they feel like their organization and CSU represents. So you could have a certain soup that represents your organization and CSU, or you could have a certain punch that might be red and blue or red or blue, and might name it something after organization. So it's kind of a toss-up of what people are going to have, and it's going to be a really cool thing to see what people come up with. And then going into Friday, this is the one I'm really excited about. This is going to be a parade, and we'll have a float competition. And what we're doing this year is a really awesome thing. We're going to be partnering up with downtown Columbus, or uptown Columbus, and we're going to be parading down Broadway about 6 p.m. I think that's when the parade starts. And what we're going to do is after, we're going to go back on Broadway, and we're blocking off the 1000th block, and we are having an uptown concert with Kel Dodds and Classic Addict. And so this is going to be really cool. It's going to bring a lot of CSU students downtown and really emerge the downtown life with the Columbus State students.
Like the main campus. Yeah.
Right. And the good thing is that obviously we have a River Park campus, so this is not only going to combine the two campuses, but also the community as well. We're really trying to make this homecoming week a really community-based week. And so a lot of the merchants have already agreed upon maybe making a special drink especially for CSU, or I know Planet Pops is planning to do a specific pop, maybe in colors, or their name is going to be a certain CSU, embracing CSU. So we're really excited about this. This is going to be a really fun event for everyone to come to, and it's going to be big. And like I said, the community is really going to come out with it too. So invite your friends, invite your family. That might not be just CSU students. It's going to be a really fun event. And then Saturday is going to go into the ROTC run. That's at 7:30, and it's a 5K, I'm pretty sure. And I'm sure people are going to do longer, but I can't do anything longer, not even 5K. So that's at 7:30 on Saturday morning. It's hosted by ROTC. And then we're going to go into the war orientation team breakfast. Is at Applebee's. And so if you ever want to buy one, I'm on the orientation team, you can definitely buy one from me, or any other orientation leader will have them, or Student Life will have them as well. And it's a really good way to we're raising money for a conference that we're going to, so awesome. And then later that day, we're going to be doing tailgating with a chili cook-off. So if you have a little bit of cooking abilities, then you can definitely come into this and compete in this. And I want to say prizes are given away, probably really cool prizes. I just like to eat it, I don't like to cook it. And then also, obviously, the games. The reason why we're having this week is to celebrate our wonderful basketball team and everything CSU does. So those games are going to be at 1:30. That's going to be the women's game, and at 3:30. And for the men's. And during halftime of the men's game, the homecoming king and queen will be announced. So that's a little run through. Probably took too long for that, but run through of everything. But do y'all have any questions about the week? Or
I see we're having a lot more events for the CSU during the homecoming. What do you hope to gain from this? Maybe going into next year as the whole homecoming process at CSU.
Yeah, I definitely think that it's always a very upplayed thing during homecoming week. It's always a very supportive, especially from CSU faculty and staff, and it's just really something that we get excited about. I think the past years have been great, but I also think that this year is going to be even more great. We have a lot of people planning it this year. They're working really hard to do it. Obviously, I'm one of those people, I know that, constantly doing things. So it's going to be a really fun event just to have anybody participate in, and I really hope that people get really involved in it and see, so that for future years to come, maybe they would want to be a part of the homecoming committee, or would want to join an organization that participates in it, or more organizations coming out and participating in it.
Okay. I see that you have a lot of events, and you said there was a lot of people on the committee. What's your favorite event that you planned, or that you think you're going to have the most fun with come homecoming week?
Well, I planned the banner competition. I didn't mention that, but each organization is going to be doing a banner competition and the door judging competition, department door judging competition. So I specifically planned that, but I would say my most exciting would probably be Friday night. Obviously, the games always have a lot of fun at the homecoming games. I get really into it. I'm kind of a freak about competition, like I said, and in the game. So I'm hoping that, I know they're going to pull off a win, but Friday night is probably my most exciting one because it's something we haven't done before. And usually the parade is on Saturday morning, so we're kind of splitting the two, and so it's going to be a really full, eventful weekend. And so I'm really excited for, and I just like Classic Addict. They're awesome, so I'm excited for that.
Okay, well, thank you so much. We'll be looking forward to homecoming week.
Thank you so much for having me.
That's all for CSU News. Thanks for watching. My name is Sharifa Jackson.
And I'm Courtney Napier. Here's your calendar of events for this week.